Okay, I think we're running. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the third podcast of the stereotypes. Today, we have a few things we're going to speak about. I'm on schedule, I think. I'll have to edit this tonight. I think it's like what? I don't even know what time it is. 10:05. Okay. Ignore the shirt. It's my pajama shirt. If you can even see it, if you're on the Spotify, then I don't know. I'm sorry, but you can watch it on YouTube. So that's pretty cool. Today's drink, we've got a hopefully the camera will focus because I've set things up a little bit better now. It's coming through my microphone instead of the camera mic. Is it focusing? I don't know. I guess we won't know. But I got a Gatorade fast twitch. I don't know what that really probably means. But hopefully it's good. I'm gonna be drinking that throughout the podcast. So maybe each week I'll Oh man, I'm out of breath. Each week I'll get a different drink. Maybe who knows? We'll just get something random every single time and test them. I've already had a sip of this one. This one's actually really nice. I was expecting it to be horrible. I was gonna get a V, but it's also like 10:06 at night, so maybe not the smartest idea. Although this has caffeine in it too. Now looking at it, damn. Anyways, we have a few things we're gonna speak about today. Let me get up the sheet just because I'm gonna switch from the microphone recording to the document. Oh, oh no, I've missed it. Okay. Right now, I have it up. Okay. So before we go through what's going to happen today, I just want to say that $50 to $100 challenge is still on. If you somehow manage to get a clip of mine, get to 100,000 views, which I know it's a lot, and I get it. I only have like a couple hundred views per video, or not even really. Maybe I just got lucky on my last one. I don't really know. But then if you can do that, I'll give you money, which is pretty cool, I suppose. Very cool. I don't know. Well, I like money. I'll give you some money. Woo! Money, money, money. If I'm a bit out of it today, it's because I'm tired. But I'm gonna speak normally, so maybe I'm just using it as an excuse. Who really knows? Okay. So today we have the topic will be, as you can probably see by the title, it will be about cheating and also jealousy. I'll be going. Whoa. I swear I heard screaming outside. Anyways, what the hell? Am I making up these noises? Anyway, we're going to be speaking about jealousy and cheating and obvious reasons why it's bad, why people do it, more when it's broken down a bit more, why it's what happens so much, and why people have just decide to do such stupidity. And then later on in the episode, we are going to also do an advice segment. I do have 3 stories. I'm going to pick between 2 just because they're pretty long. These are just what people sent in. So, for example, I'll give you a little tease. There's a gym crush drama, the roommate that won't leave, and the silent best friend. I guess I'll just figure out in the moment which one out of those 2 I'll pick. Out of those 3, I think I'll pick 2 out of 3. Just matters how we're running on time. I'm hoping. I said last episode I think I was trying to get to 40 minutes, but I ended up getting to only 33, so that was disappointing. But my camera also did die, which I'm expecting it to do today. Maybe next week I'll have to invest in a maybe just bigger battery. Also, before we get started as well, I want to give the recap I give every single week of what happened this week. Oh man, this one was a bit of a weird one. If you heard from last week's episode, I was speaking about how I sort of got like an upgrade in the job. I don't want to speak about a job. Who wants to hear about a job in a podcast? That's just boring. But it was good. But they rostered me through my uni again, which is stupid because I can't even show up to my shift tomorrow or Tuesday because they just did it. I don't know why. Anyway, so that was good. Super stressful. I'm not gonna lie. Looking after people's planes is, a bit too much for me. Maybe I'm just lazy too. I don't really know. Um, Also, today I did the weirdest thing. Some hairdressers wanted me to. Oh, it's a little bit embarrassing, but they wanted me to like be their hair model, I guess. So I did that, and I thought that was cool at first, and then it was also like 50s theme. So I sort of had to wear like a leather jacket. Cool, very cool. But my hair, I wish you guys could have seen a photo. If I wasn't lazy, I'd put one in, but sorry guys. I'm going to be staying up late tonight editing this podcast. So, you know what? Maybe I won't. You're just going to have to picture a slick back on the sides and a little bit of curl on top, but sort of take it to the extreme level. Because after they washed my hair today, they were like, yeah, so there's still going to be chunks of hairspray in your hair because we put so much in that we can't actually get it out in this wash. So, so I don't know. I don't know what we're going to have to do, but I can definitely still feel chunks of hairspray. And that was after like some expensive hair cleaning products. Well, rip me. At least it's sort of clean. I don't know. Well, I think that was my week. Did I do anything else? I feel like I would have. I tried to get my weekly swims in as discussed prior, but I only got one in this week, which is a bit frustrating because swimming's good. Good for your cardio, and I really hate cardio. Cardio is, disgusting, especially running. If anyone out here is listening and they do running, congratulations. You're a lot cooler than us because I don't know how you get through that, really. That's a mission. Especially anything over maybe 100 meters. Anything over a sprint is just it's just a mission to get around. I struggle to get over the bridge going from the train stop to my uni. Uh, the view's nice. My sore thighs after is not too nice. Damn. Anyway, I could probably speak about myself for ages. So I also need to forget. I also need to remember to look at the camera. I keep staring down at my laptop, which is fine for the audio listeners. So high audio listeners, or but bad for obviously for the camera. Oh, I also would like to say thank you everyone for commenting last episode. I know I keep speaking about last episode, but yeah, the amount of likes and support everyone was showing was just I really wasn't expecting it to be completely honest. So it kind of encouraged me to do this week's episode. Hopefully, it's more a weekly thing. I know myself, and if I get into the rhythm of things, it will be like I don't know, it will just become my regular schedule. So I won't have to think about that. I'm gonna have a sip of my drink now. I'll give you a little quick review. It's got 100 milligrams of caffeine. I don't know if that's a lot or not. More sodium than caffeine as well. So that's a bit crazy. Anyway, at least it's zero sugar, and that's all that matters. I'm struggling a little bit to open it here. Sorry, audio listeners, I'm just really thirsty, and if I don't drink, then I'll probably die of a raspy. Holy hell. Yeah, that little throat. Oh, yeah, it's all right. Anyway, so I'm obviously gonna speak about cheating first. I don't know. I said obviously. It's not that obvious. I could have probably spoke about jealousy, but cheating. I don't know. It's just first of all, everyone knows it's just the dumbest thing you could possibly do. Sometimes there's exceptions. I can't believe I'm saying this. Exceptions to cheating, so stupid. But people in abusive relationships, people that can't get out of relationships because of some reasons that I don't even know if I'm allowed to say, sort of like self-harm if they leave the relationship. So the only that I guess I hate saying it, but I guess there is exceptions, as annoying as it is to say. But I'm gonna speak about today mainly when two people love each other and there's, zero signs of abusiveness or, blackmailing or that sort of thing. Just the main cheating, like the main cheating side. I'm not sure what the statistics are really for gender cheating. I don't want to say it's the same just in case it isn't, but what I know, I think it's pretty similar. Maybe more guys than girls in a straight relationship, if anything. Maybe not as well. It could be opposite. I don't know. There's some pretty horrible people out there, but obviously it. Oh, was that the sound of the camera going off? Okay, well, I feel like I'm on edge because it turned off last time. Yeah, that was definitely on, wasn't it? Okay, I think I'm going a little bit crazy. That's okay. But what I was saying, I think I I think it's pretty obvious. For some people, it's not. But cheating, I think, comes down to, let's just say, for the sake of the conversation, if I cheated, then there'd be something wrong, obviously, with me. I don't think you should ever blame yourself if someone cheated on you. If anything, in the worst way possible, it feel like your whole world's crashing down, and then there will be nothing else that you'll think you'll just be able ever overcome such a horrific thing. But in the long run, obviously, it's for the better. You'll learn many lessons. You'll Annoyingly you'll be forced to learn lessons, I suppose. But it's the it's the insecurities of the person that cheated, not you. That's the problem. So in a way, it's a weird celebration that they are now out of your life. Because let's be real, they if they cheated, I'm gonna guess it's not a perfect relationship in the first place, like at all. Well, maybe sometimes, but I'm not. It's not gonna be like, oh, we've had the most fantastic things. There were no problems. Sometimes you're blindsided by love, so you think that that's correct, and you're like, oh, there was literally no signs, guys. There's always gonna be signs. Wandering eyes is a insane one where you just catch your partner just staring at other people. Um, I I I'm not 100% believer in that. I think there's levels to it. Like obviously, if you catch your partner staring at someone's buttocks or something, then yeah, that's completely wrong. But I think I can't believe I'm putting myself in this when I don't need to. But I catch myself like staring at like people's heads. I don't know because I'm sort of like at that eye level in the first place. I'm not like doing it out of um like checking you out or anything. I literally just like look at everyone just because I'm at that eye level. But I mean more like staring at the inappropriate parts. Wow, I'm really being PG this episode. I don't know why I just don't say the stuff. But yeah, that's definitely a key sign in the relationship. You sort of need to also look back at it. Like you need several months to look back at it and just realize what actually happened. Um, where did it go wrong? Because oh man, it went wrong. It went so wrong. Um, it it's not your fault. Um, it's clearly the other person's fault, but it's in the most like horrific way. It's definitely for the better that they're now out of your life. Um, it's also obviously they've taken the chance to cheat on you with someone, and it's gonna be hard to drop them. Like for some people, it'll be really easy. Like I know if someone cheated on me with someone else, then they'd be instantly out of my life. But with other people, I know it's not the same because they seek validation and they want to know where it what went wrong and see if they can, you know, self-fulfill by getting them to, getting it back to a perfect relationship again. Same with why a lot of cheaters also want to get back with their partner after they cheated, because everyone in their own mind, they always don't think they're the villain. Like there's not a single person in this whole entire world that thinks that they are the villain. They always think that they're doing the right thing or that they've done something wrong, but it's not as bad as what other people see it. Um, like if you always ask a cheater, um, what happened, they'll always have excuses. So if there's any cheaters out there listening to this, then just think about not you for a second, I guess. Think about who you've affected, or on a less deep way, what has happened to the other people while you were doing this. It also doesn't make any sense because, like, for what 30 seconds of fun, it's just not worth it. I don't know, but people do their thing. I guess I'll never understand it, so that makes it, I guess, a little bit harder to speak about. Because I only have one view. I don't think I'll ever have two views, and I'm not going to ever agree with it. Potentially the dumbest thing that's ever happened. It should be crime. Should be a crime, to be honest. Because it's basically, in a weird way, it's let me get the right words. It's just like emotional abuse, which fucks around with people so much. It messes with their heads for long. Like it's not a simple fix. Yeah, it really isn't a simple fix. Thankfully, I've never been cheated on, that I know of. Anyway, yeah, but I don't think I'd be able to handle that. I probably would crumble so badly. So I just also want to say this is advice. Well, no, like it's not advice. It's just almost recommend. Oh, fuck. Uh, just in a way, you can deal with it through yourself. You don't have to, deal with it through the ways that I suggest in any way possible, because it'll be different for each person. But for me, this is the foundation. And most listeners out there, I hope, haven't gone through it. So it's just a little fun segment that you get to listen to. And the whole point of this is to build your own opinion um on these things, so that if you ever get in a conversation or if anything happens to you like this, and you get to, you know, remember what you've learned. It's like karate lessons, except just for, cheating. It's ridiculous. But there will be karate lessons you know, if someone does cheat on me, that, yeah. Anyway, going into cheating as well, there is what I almost think is it's I think it's pretty similar to cheating, which is jealousy. I really think, like, I'm not saying it's as bad. Like people get jealous, and that's, like, this is going to be a bit of a switch, but people get jealous of things, and there's levels to it. And unlike cheating, well, I mean, I guess there's levels to cheating, blah, 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 blah. But unlike cheating, there's more of a significant two different roles in jealousy. There's one which is um, where it immobilizes you and sort of takes over you and makes you become, not a nice person towards your partner. Uh, Checks on literally everything, like, invades privacy, tears tears you down, makes you feel insecure about things, makes you second guess things that you didn't even know were wrong. And yeah, not cool. If there's so much jealousy in a relationship, guess what? It's not going to work ever, unless there's like some, freaky kink people out there that do love some little bit of special jealousy weirdness. Uh, so, and then the other side of it is, I think definitely the healthy side. So, I think what it should be, uh, it's weird because I do think there should be jealousy in a relationship. Because it's what protectiveness is. It's that you care about your partner. And if you see, for example, if you see your partner like having touchy fun with another same sex that they're interested in, it's going to be weird, and it never will be, because in a way that should be you. And you feel a little uncomfortable. Well, can I speak? You can always feel uncomfortable. So that's okay. Um, you're allowed to feel all these things. It's ridiculous if you don't. Well, it's really, really ridiculous, because then, you know, then you have to almost, if you're not feeling that, you have to question if you even like them, really. You're always going to feel protectiveness, unless it's a new relationship, or if it's, you know, open. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to go into that too much. Normally when I'm speaking about this, I'm speaking about just a baseline relationship. But I think it's healthy. I think jealousy is healthy. Don't don't tell like don't hear otherwise, and agree that it's not healthy. It's just the levels of how much jealousy is when it gets a bit insane. Excuse me, sorry. Um, I got a few notes here. For example, healthy jealousy is like shows care, motivates appreciation, and then toxic jealousy, spying, accusations, controlling behavior. So it's sort of what I discussed. It's just there's always going to be levels. It's just it really is how you manage it. I'm hoping everyone out there has sort of a level head. It's going to be sometimes hard to accept that you're going to have to rely on your partner, which goes into the trust side. So if you don't have any trust in your partner, it's always going to build up a lot of jealousy. It's like they're not contradictory at all. They're very, very similar, intertwined, interlinked. So you're gonna have to just, if they're, for example, going out to a party with a bunch of friends, that's okay. It's not the end of the world. It really isn't. If if you don't trust your partner, then that's a different conversation. That's not a jealousy conversation. That's a more, hey, I don't trust you because you do weird things around people, or you know speak to women, or you speak to men in a flirty way. That's not you being jealous. You know that, right? That's you just almost not accepting that they're probably a bad person and you shouldn't be with them. So that just builds this jealousy. And it makes you come across as the bad guy, when in reality, it could be the other person. Um, so it can definitely go both ways. It can be, if just say for example, if I'm very jealous, then I have to break down what my partner's actually doing to make me very jealous. And then also the person on the receiving end has to break down, hey guys, why is she or he going insane? Um, yeah. Look, I think jealousy is definitely an easier conversation to understand than cheating. Cheating is just own. Oh my god, I don't know. Um, I guess you sort of understand what I'm saying. I hope I am. Also, guys, if I'm not making any sense, I'm not even gonna blame myself. No, sorry, wait. I'm gonna blame myself. That's just all me. It's because I'm feeling sleepy. I'm very sleepy right now. But it's okay because I'll edit this. I'll try to get it out by 6 or something. I don't know, 6 a.m. in the morning tomorrow. Uh, so please, I don't know if I'm actually making sense at all. I could just be talking a lot of shit, which is probably definitely the case. Probably definitely interesting. But I I suppose we can always come back to this, but for now I'm gonna go to another segment. I got a little advice segment, so maybe we can even I'm not sure. I forgot, but maybe some of these are even about cheating and jealousy, so we can even speak about it more there. If you have any more questions, maybe you can comment them in or comment them in the YouTube video or the Spotify. I don't have anything else set up right now. I'm just gonna stick to the baselines because I don't know. I'm just gonna try and keep it simple so that it gives me the chance to upgrade my podcast throughout weeks and months. And I don't know. I don't know where this could go. Right now, I'm just speaking to a couple of people. So if you actually are listening to this, I really appreciate it, and it's super niche, I guess. So in a way, thank you for being OG listeners. Uh, Also, for the video people, you can tell I'm taking another sip but for the audio listeners, I need a drink because I'm speaking at a rapid pace. Wow, it's actually really nice. The color of it's super concerning. It's I'm not kidding. It's fluoro uh fluoro purple to drink. So also, I'm gonna try in the future maybe get a better mic. I've had this mic for oh I've had this mic for a while now. I got it ages ago. I can't remember what I got it for. I was just a lot younger, and I remember getting it at like EB Games, and it wasn't too bad. I think like $60, but it's pretty cool. It's so tiny though. I feel like a little, like I feel like a giant, um, because it's super small. But thinking about getting, I'm not gonna nerd out on the microphones. Actually, yeah, I'm just not gonna nerd out on it. I could probably speak about that for ages. So let's not do that. Okay. So I think the first segment story for advices is really, really, I don't know, it's just super easy to give advice on it. Again, I guess it's advice you don't have to listen to, but I want you guys to put your listening ears on and listen to this, come up with your own opinions, and then I want to see if we have similar ones, and if we don't, put it in the comments. Man, I'm so engaging. And maybe you can change my point of view on something, and then I get to learn. So, woohoo, learning's cool. Okay, I'm just gonna read it out. Hey, I don't even know if this is worth stressing about, but it's been sitting in the back of my mind for weeks now. So I've dated my boyfriend for about 6 months. Honestly, things are good most of the time. He treats me well and is funny, and we get along. But there's this one thing that makes me feel a bit off. We both go to the same gym, and every time this one girl is there, he magically appears right next to her. He always offers to spot her, always asks how her sets are going, and he'll even change up his workouts just to be doing the same exercises with her. Okay, so first of all, weird. Anyway, at first I thought, okay, maybe I'm just being dramatic, but then I checked his Instagram, and of course he follows her. And not just follows, he likes every single one of her workout reels, even the old ones. Like he went scrolling. When I brought this up, he laughed and told me I was paranoid and insecure, but I can't help feel like there's something weird about it. Am I overreacting, or is this a sign he's more interested in her than me? And also, side note, I swear he spots her more than he ever spots me. And I'm his girlfriend. What the hell is this? Okay, so please ignore me. The camera is just gonna keep turning off until I buy a cooling fan. I didn't realize how expensive cameras were. So I'm just gonna read the last sentence because I don't actually know where it cut off. I heard a big and then it cut off. But and also side note, I swear he spots her more than he ever spots me, and I'm his girlfriend. I mean, this in my in my opinion, this is insanely easy to come up with a solution. Break up with him, obviously. He sounds like an absolute loser. A bung, some might even say. He is cheat. Like I think that's like emotionally cheating. That's not even remotely normal. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to read back to see if I think in the story she does. She does speak to him about it. No, she hasn't spoken to him about it, and she's just thinking it's something weird, or is like this normal? No, no, that's not too normal. First of all, what I would do if the other answer wasn't to break up with him. Obviously, first I would be like, I'd have to bring up the matter in an appropriate way and not get mad straight away. I think it's appropriate to, not bring all your feelings into it, even though it's ridiculous. So at first I'd probably be like, hey stranger. He's a stranger now because I'm breaking up with you, but I've seen you like this girl's everything, all her reels. This isn't a normal thing to do while in a relationship. You should be focused on me in that sort of lighting. Um, you shouldn't. I don't know. It becomes a big problem when you're literally going over to the other person and ignoring them to spot them instead of me. That's just what. Yeah. Uh, it's like literally just going. I'm not gonna be interested in you until this girl's gone. Okay, is that fine? Easy. Break up with him. Next story. I'm sorry. That's just like I think I'm hoping other people listening to this actually had a better solution. No, there's no better solution. But I'm hoping we all came to the same conclusion that this is weird. This is a little bit strange. Okay, here's a little fun one. The roommate that won't leave. Also, if it sounds like I have dyslexia, it could be because um, the screen is like a meter away from me, so it's like the text is so tiny. Anyway, here we go. Hi, I don't know who else to vent to a bit. Let me start again, okay? Hi, I don't know who else to vent to about this because I feel like my friends are tired of hearing me complain, but my roommate is actually driving me insane. When we first moved in together, we were great. We hung out all the time, shared food, even had movie nights. But over the last few months, it's like she stopped respecting any boundaries at all. She eats my food without asking. She borrows my clothes and either ruins them or never gives them back. She leaves dishes piled up in the sink for days. I've tried to talk to her about it, and she laughs it off like I'm overreacting. But the worst part happened last week. I came home from work, walked into my room, and she and three of her friends was literally sitting on my bed eating takeaway because apparently my TV is better than the one in the living room. I was so stunned I didn't even know what to say. I just walked back out. I'm at the breaking point, but the problem is our rent is cheap and the location is perfect. If I if I move, I'll have to pay way more and probably live further away from work. So do I suck it up until the lease is over, or do I risk a blow up confrontation that could make the living situation unbearable? I feel trapped. This one's fun because this one's actually a lot harder than the first one. Um, oh, I've thought about this for a couple days now. I think first, it's hard because I don't really know the situation. Was it like you moved in first and then she moved in after? If that was the case, then it's a little, in my opinion, a little bit easier. But oh god, I think the only oh man, I think the only right way of dealing with this is probably I don't. Ah man, I'm meant to be the mature one, but you almost have to fight back. I think like you probably know what she doesn't like. Um, and I can't believe we're resorting to this, but let's just say she doesn't like when you leave the sponge out. Oh, what a terrible example, but you know what I mean. Like she'll probably have things that she won't like that you won't like. So maybe you can do that, and if she makes a complaint about it, be like, "Hey, so this is actually how I feel." No, this is. I don't know if this is a great advice. This is so hard, but I think it's to the point where you must have to. Like the obviously real mature thing is just fuck. Ugh. I don't know. I don't know what the situation is like if you have power over, how much she pays. But okay, honestly, I'm just gonna say it. Here's my advice. I'm not even gonna think about my repercussions. Um, you have to do something back. Uh, whether that's a paintball gun to the head or oh shit, can I say that? Paintball to the leg. I'm obviously kidding about the paintball, but that I don't know if I'm allowed to say gun to the head. That's a bit crazy. Damn it. Did I just mess up? Do I have to cut that? I don't know. I'm just gonna see. Um, paintball, everyone. YouTube, please don't take it down. Paintball. And I was joking, but you're just gonna have to do something that she doesn't like. Unfortunately, what a two wrongs don't make a right, but it's gotten to that stage. And then you're gonna be like, hey, so you know how you don't like this? That's the exact same way I feel about you sitting on my bed, ruining my clothes, eating all the shared food. Just literally, she listed off so many things. Well, he listed off so many things. So please don't do it again. Or there's gonna have to be serious problems. I think you're gonna have to give her probably a final warning. Like it can't be straight away, but like, hey, this is sort of your last warning because if you do it again, guess who's out? You. Because then in that way, it's like you also have to, I think, do it in a not like an angry tone would be great, but it's not going to get you anywhere. Just be like, hey, this is just like really frustrating me. It's bringing me to a point like I'm super stressed right now, and it just doesn't help. Can you even guilt trip her? Maybe. Uh, wow, bringing out all my worst sides and tactics, but I think it's just necessary. Just don't be too mean about it. It's just horrible. But here is my final conclusion: be like, hey, you're doing all these things that um I really don't like. I'm having a stressful time at work, and you're making this so much worse worse for me. I'm coming home. My home is my environment to relax, and I don't want to have to worry about all these things because if I do, then it's just going to be less fun for you to be around me. I want to relax. I'm sure you relax sitting in my fucking TV room. So please don't do it again. It's just horrific. Um, I would really, really appreciate it if we don't have to have this conversation again. Hopefully this is the last time because we're gonna have to speak about other options. I don't want to speak about because I really like you. I like you staying here. I like the rent and the I like the rent and how close it is to my work, but I don't say that. So please, let's just not have to speak about this again. And if it continues after that, then she's just, I don't know. In my opinion, she's a horrible person. And then, sometimes you just have to sacrifice things to live better. So sorry. If it comes to that point, then yeah, you're just going to have to sacrifice how close you live to work or how cheap your rent is. If anything, you can find a place that's further away. Sometimes money is harder than how far you travel. Sometimes it's the other way around. So depending on your situation, if you have more money, then unfortunately you're just gonna have to cough it up. Or if you have more time, then you're just gonna have to cough that up too. So if that doesn't work, then sorry, you just got the bad short straw. L, I guess. But I think that's good enough. I don't know. I feel like that's good enough advice. Just do what you want to do. I wonder what everyone else is thinking because I'm sure it was something better than that. Please, I'm actually really curious. So please, I know I keep saying comment on something because I want to know what your opinion is on, especially on this one. So please on this one. Anyways, I'm just gonna have another sip of my drink because now my throat's getting so dry. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Okay. The drink's like an 8 out of 10. It's really nice, but it is just great at the end of the day. Right now, I will probably be going. I got some editing to do. It's 10:48 at night. My timer says 43 minutes. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day or night. I'm not sure when you're listening to it. I know some of you guys probably be listening to it in the day. If you're on YouTube, I suggest going to Spotify so you can do it while you're working and stuff like that. You don't have to have it in the background. But I'm gonna be real. There's not much of a visual here. I'm just waving a microphone around. So audio listeners, you didn't really listen. You didn't really miss out on much. If the camera shuts off by the time I'm saying this, then just that's going to be the end. But for now, please do like the video. Thank you everyone for liking it last time. I think I got like 14 likes, which is wow, it doesn't sound like a lot, like to big influencers, but to me it feels like a lot. So if you could do that, that would sort of mean the world to me. It will encourage me to keep going. I'm gonna probably keep going anyway, but you know what I mean. I'm a little bit sick if you can't tell as well, so I'll put in my PayPal and my bank account details, and you can give me a little treat. I'm obviously kidding about that one, but wish. Then I hope you guys have a really, really, really nice night or day. Enjoy your work. Make sure that you, I don't know, sort out your problems. Like, just do what you got to do. The only reason this episode's not finished right now is because I can't reach my camera button to turn it off. Anyways, I hope you have a lovely, lovely, lovely day, people. Speak to you next week. Bye.